like everybody out here is like, the administration is just going to start. I would say make it better. Stand on the shoulder of the giants, whisper in their ear.
Did he make it better in 2016? Did he make it better?
You know what's really weird about it, though?
Yeah.
If he used to be a Democrat, and people, if he got praise from Democrats, from the liberal media, I really, truly believe they could have swayed him, because that's what he's looking for.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
understand? All right.
I agree with you that all he wants is praise, but here's the thing. Why should somebody praise a guy who is a liable sexual abuser who has abused women, in my opinion, his entire life, a guy that is a snake oil salesman and just a horrible human being? Why would anybody praise somebody like that is, I guess, my question to you. It doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. Go ahead.
I think your name is Brian, right? Am I wrong?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been called worse. Yes, sir.
Okay. No, I think your name is Brian, so I didn't want to get the wrong.
Yes.
I got the two O's maybe confused. No. I'm not saying praise those acts, Brian. What I'm saying is, suggest a policy like this budget impasse that everybody has right now, and everybody's got to agree, whether you're a liberal or you're a Republican.
But they did. But hold on. But
I have this saying.
But that's my point. Hold on about your saying for a moment. They did agree. Mike Johnson, the Democrats and Republicans had a bipartisan bill that was ready to be passed. The person that interfered with it is the guy that you're talking about, Donald Trump and President Musk. They're the ones that interfered, just like they did with a bipartisan bill at the border. They had a bipartisan bill that was ready to go. It wasn't perfect, and Donald Trump interfered in that as well. And now we're in the situation we're in, make no mistake about it, because of Donald Trump.
I don't totally disagree with you, Brian, but what I'm trying to say is we spend too much money in this country, and I truly believe, I'm going to take your side, that there's a big wealth inequity.
Yeah.
Like Social Security, for one example, and I don't want to hog the whole show, the Social Security, for one example, people stopped paying into it after $168,000. So in about less than a nanosecond, Elon Musk has satisfied his Social Security payments for the whole year. You know what I'm talking about? When 2025 rolls around.
I do. And listen.
And that's wrong.
May I ask you a question, sir, if you don't mind?
Go ahead.
You're an independent like I am. If you don't mind me asking you, who did you vote for? And it doesn't matter whether I agree with it or not. I'm just curious.
I don't hate me.
I'm not going to hate you.
Donald Trump.
I don't hate people.
You know why?
Hold on. I don't hate people for voting for Donald Trump. I hate people for not explaining to me in an articulate way why. That's what I don't like.
Because I can explain it to you.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I thought he was the lesser of two evils. In truth, Brian, what I believe, and you may disagree with this completely, but I'll just be honest. I believe that the Republicans don't give a crap about the poor, and that the Democrats use the poor.
Okay,
so
but let's go with that.
Way.
Let's go with that for a moment. But why do you think Kamala Harris is evil?
I didn't say she was evil.
You said you voted for the lesser of two evils. That would lead me to believe that Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are evil.
That's somewhat of a figure of speech. It's like you just explained, like you didn't like your Popeyes. If you were there again, I bet you wouldn't have ordered the chicken fingers. You might have had the dark meat or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
you would have picked the lesser of the bad choices.
Yeah, but we're not talking about food. We're talking about lawmakers. And what was it about Kamala Harris that you didn't like so much that you said yourself?
Real easy. I can explain.
Okay.
I can explain that succinctly. She really didn't have any particular policy.
Okay, what's Donald Trump's health policy? What's Donald Trump's health care policy? He's had 9 years. Can you tell me what his health care policy is?
Unfortunately, the Republicans have.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Republican, but they've negated.
I'm not talking about the Republicans. I'm talking about the guy you voted for. You care about policy? Healthcare is top 3 on everybody's mind. What is Donald Trump's healthcare policy?
I believe, well, right now, what I've heard before the election is that the healthcare system is going to get revamped.
Donald Trump doesn't have a plan. He says
he
doesn't have a plan. He said he has concepts of a plan, and he's had 9 years to think about it. You know what Kamala Harris's policy is on gun control. You know what Kamala Harris's policy was on abortion. You know what Kamala Harris's policy was on healthcare. You know what Kamala Harris's policy was on taxes. You know what Kamala Harris's policy was on homes and foreclosures. I don't understand what you mean, and I'm not getting angry at you. It's a conversation. No, what do you mean when you didn't know her policies? Give me something where you say, geez, I have no idea where she stood on that policy.
Hey, Brian, a true fact here is most of America didn't think that the Biden administration.
I'm not asking you what people. I'm not asking you, sir.
She said on the news. She said on the news when asked by interview, and I don't know. I wasn't planning to call you on and talk about it, but hey, she said on the news, "What would you do different?" And she says, "I can't think of anything."
I didn't ask you, but that wasn't my. But that wasn't.
I thought we were on the wrong track.
Okay, so first of all, 7 out of 10 Republicans think that Donald Trump won the 2020 election. So I really don't care what the mass majority of somebody in some poll. I'm asking you a specific question, and you haven't given me an answer. You just said that you don't know where Kamala Harris. Hold on. You don't know where. Hold on. You don't know where Kamala Harris stood on policy. I just rattled off a bunch of policies.
I do. You rattled those off. We knew what she liked. But
so you did know the policies. You just don't agree with them. Then is that fair to say? You knew her policies. You just didn't agree with them.
I wanted to know what was okay. I'm going to be honest. Like $25,000. If she was going to give $25,000 to new home buyers, that would increase the price of everybody's. That's just a car warning me. Okay. That would increase the price of everybody's home by $25,000.
Okay.
It didn't do anything. It was sort of like.
All right. So let's go with that. Your biggest policy disagreement with Kamala Harris, because that's the first thing you brought up, was that you don't like a $25,000 down payment for those struggling to help them buy a home, but you completely looked over the fact that Donald Trump has no health care replacement plan, that Donald Trump has had the top tax breaks for the top 1%, and I haven't even mentioned it.
I didn't develop it, dude.
I didn't even, hold on. I didn't even mention his behavior, criminal or not. The fact that he's a 34-count felon, the fact that he's a liable sexual abuser, the fact that he attacks and insults anybody that disagrees with him. I didn't bring up January 6th with you.
All of those cases have been dismissed. The sexual
Absolutely not true.
But it could be true.
Absolutely not true. The Fani Willis case has not been dismissed. She's been dismissed. The case has not been dismissed. And when it comes to a liable sexual abuser, that has also not been dismissed. And when it comes to the other New York case, they are trying to postpone it until after he's president. So you are factually incorrect. But
I'm not going to play. Brian, I like you. And I'm not arguing. It sounds like we're having an argument.
We're having a debate. We're having a debate. I like you too. It's not personal. We're having a debate.
I respect you totally.
I respect.
What I'm trying to say is for the medical. Let me just 10 seconds.
Okay.
Medical. I think it's going to be more of a laissez-faire. I would like people to be healthier in this country and not smoke cigarettes. And not worry about.
And you think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the guy? And you think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the guy that's going to make us all healthy? The guy that's anti-vaccine.
I wish he was running. I would have voted for him. I'm just telling you.
So the guy that
voted for Robert F.
Okay, so let's hold on. Let's retract a little bit. So the guy who beheads whales, who stages bear murders in Central Park, the guy who thinks that COVID attacked certain ethnicities and religions, you would have voted for president, but you don't like Kamala Harris because you don't like that $25,000 down payment she was going to help families and people for buying homes, but you're still willing to look over the 34-count felonies, the liable sexual abuse, the fact that he has no replacement plan for health care. You want everybody to be healthy. I agree with you. I'm with you on that. But yet you're totally overlooking the fact that Donald Trump has claimed he had a health care replacement plan and he has concepts of a plan, but yet you're totally willing to overlook that. And the only criticism to Kamala, because you said you voted for the lesser of two evils, was you didn't like that $25,000 down payment on a home. Do you see why I get a little bit frustrated, with all due respect?
I listened real good. So 10 seconds better reply. it's not so much that I didn't think the $25,000 plan was the bad thing that's going to make me vote against her. It was just a stupid idea. It wasn't going to do much. The fact that Robert F. Kennedy has some imperfections, hey, President Biden had imperfections too. There was sexual abuses against him.
Not true. Not true. Not true. Not true.
Yes.
Joe Biden has never been found liable for anything. There was one woman that came forward that changed her story 4 times. There was no civil case and no criminal case. There have been. Hold on. No, that's a false equivalency. I can't let you get away with that. I know you don't want to argue, but you're bringing up sexual abuse with Joe Biden when 25 women have come forward and claimed that Donald Trump raped or allegedly sexually abused him. Liable, found in a court of law. There is no analogy to make between Joe Biden and sexual allegations and Donald Trump. Come on, man. You can't do that. Come on, man.
All right, so I don't want to hog it all day. I don't want to acquiesce, but I'm going to go. It's your show, dude, and I'm glad that you're putting up an opposing view, and I don't want to play the role of your ex-host. I mean, it feels like it though.
No, we just respectfully disagree
on this note, and it's not a Trump note. I think in the United States of America, the term "us" means us. When you disagree with somebody, and you don't like that person because of the disagreement, you got to work to play the best hand you can. I think that the more wise choice, instead of saying somebody's a weirdo, a criminal, is, hey, well, the reality is the reality you got to deal with.
And you think Donald Trump, and here's where and by the way, sir, I do appreciate, I appreciate,
that's all I'm trying to say.
I appreciate the conversation and I appreciate your call. I respectfully disagree with you. Donald Trump is doing it right now. Democrats are willing to work with Republicans. They said it last night on the House floor. They said that they were willing to work with Republicans when it came to getting this deal done. You're making it like the Democrats aren't playing the hand that they have. Yes, they are. They're willing to work with Donald Trump. Donald Trump and Elon Musk and the Republicans are not allowing the Democrats to sit at the table. A perfect example of this right now. You're making it like the Democrats are not willing to work across the table. I'm sorry, sir. I just disagree with you on that, but I do appreciate your phone call.